Hey Craig, what's your favorite
so
Discord rules
sorry.
gif?
Okay. Last time we did this, we had the five of you. It's five, right? Yep, five. We had the five of you get your new job tentatively with Jade Katz at the Paranormal Ghost Hunting Service. We have met Josephine Austin, who is an old lady with some brass knuckles. We have Adam Redacted with his backpack full of bunny. We have Arlo Jackson, who is extremely tall. That's it.
That's it.
We have Salmon Fish, who is afraid of cars and slept in the trunk of a Volkswagen.
Yep.
And then we have Charlotte A. Christie, who got a baseball bat and then tied a Barbie head to it. You took a fun drive with Careless Whisper playing, which got us demonetized, if everyone was wondering.
I'm sorry.
I
got us demonetized.
I won't mention it.
So you went to a neighborhood that seems to have been decimated by something, and you're not sure what it is. You met one traveler with a guy named Guy and his dog, and he was leaving, and he didn't really know what happened, but you learned that the area was evacuated. And then, last but not least, Tyler wasn't here for this, Josephine went off on her own to go investigate one of the houses still standing that seemed to be a little cleaner than the other houses, and found the house of Nancy Crane and her family.
And there was a diary, wasn't there?
There was a diary, and it just seemed like she was a normal high school student from the 1950s-ish era. Josephine ate the really expired beans in the fridge and took a shit twice in the house. And that house, it seemed like people hadn't been living there for a long time. It didn't seem evacuated like all the other ones. So as far as I'm aware, we are still split up at this point. Arlo, Charlotte, Adam, and Salmon are all still on the edge of town, whereas Josephine is in the middle of it. What do you guys want to do? Because I think we can start from there.
Should we
before you continue,
regroup?
what was the dog's name? Dog?
Yeah,
I don't know if I named
I thought
the
it was
dog.
like Poochie or something.
I think
it was
I
like
named
man
the
and
Poochie.
Dog
Poochie.
named Dog.
Dog
It
named
was
Dog.
either dog named Dog or dog named Poochie, and man named Guy.
I like
Yeah,
Dog
Guy
is
Poochie.
funny.
Guy Man.
Dog is pretty good.
Guy
man,
man. That's
dog.
Guy Man.
It's like an Ace Attorney character.
No. There's probably a payphone somewhere around here. You do still have the number back to Hunter House. Plus, that's just where Salmon lives, so of course they'd know their home phone number.
Bold of you to
So
assume that.
Bold of me too. Yeah, I guess that is fair. So you could, if you want to ask questions, you probably could call back to your place, but you got the impression that if you did, you probably would piss off Jade. So you could use that, or you guys could regroup right now. It's up to you.
I think we should probably regroup.
Yeah, regrouping is
Yeah.
probably best.
Okay,
Should we
so
character?
See if the old lady has kicked the bucket yet.
Yeah,
She might have.
I'm kind of
kicked
concerned
the
about her.
bucket
She's
a long
been in
time
there for
ago.
like 40 minutes.
Yeah, we did leave her. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey,
Did
she
take a
has
lot
brass
of shits.
knuckles. She has brass knuckles.
A lot of people.
I
have
thought you
those
said
muscles.
brass nipple.
Huh.
Old woman kicking ass.
I swear you said brass nipples. We should go find Josephine. I also want to mention that I'm no longer doing the British accent for Arlo because I hate it so
Okay.
much. He just
I
sounds like Wacko Warner.
Understandable.
Okay, we should
Fucking
probably do
go. And then I start crab walking towards the house.
Oh.
I would
Okay,
like to study
Very
your-
fast. I'm very agile.
very agile. You know, you're really testing me. I really want to, make you roll for crab walk.
Okay.
Don't test me. I don't want you to roll for crab.
If you fail, you start doing a lobster walk, which is a little
You get it.
different.
What is a lobster?
Lobster
Huh?
walk.
Are you like on all
Do
Do they get
fours? Like,
a plus for
on-
cool? Is that a cool roll?
Oh,
Baby.
I have a -1 on cool. Do you want me to roll?
I don't want you to actually roll
I'm
for crab
rolling.
walk.
Oh, I don't
okay?
know.
I got
what
a
my
10.
stats are.
Okay, you
Is that
crab walk
right?
just fine. Wait, 10 with your -1 or without
Oh,
your
9.
-1?
I got a
Okay,
9.
mixed success. You crab walk, but you hurt the shit out of your knees. Take a point of damage.
Oh, cool. I'm immortal, so I don't take any damage.
Okay, cool. Then go.
Yay! Like break, like no ankles. Like oh god. Okay.
I literally
Fuck,
just
fuck.
walk. I just walk to where Josephine was.
So, okay. First of all, Garrett, do you want to be on that empty plot of land, or do you want them to go back into the house?
let's go back inside the house.
So I'd say that you're probably on the porch, right?
Yeah.
Like waiting for them to come to you.
Yeah.
What do you do to get their attention? How do you wave them over?
Honestly, wouldn't they be able to see me?
Yes, but you can also do something
I-
in character.
Something in character? Huh, that's a lot of responsibility.
Wave your titties at him.
no, I just call everyone over.
Okay. So what do you tell them about the house?
It seems perfectly intact. There's nothing really wrong with it. There's just a lot of expired food. It does not taste great.
You ate
huh?
it?
Did you eat all of it?
I did not
Is there
eat
some
all.
left?
How expired was it?
Salmon walks into the kitchen looking for food.
I think from the 1950s, 1960s.
Yeah.
30-year-old expired
They
food.
were beans. We're British.
Bitch,
dude.
I'm immortal.
Fucking beans.
Fine.
Okay,
I'm now
so
realizing I should have probably made you take damage for eating those beans, but it's fine.
Too late now, baby.
Can't do it now. Anyway.
I guess if you want us to, I guess since Salmon's going in the house, we should go in the house and like look over everything again.
Do you guys need me to re-describe the house, or do you vaguely remember what rooms are in here? I know it's been a while since we played.
I think you need to re-describe. I did not get through the whole episode.
That's totally fine. Let me find. The house is relatively more clean than the area around it. It seems kind of like it's on its last legs, but it's still like pretty intact compared to the houses around it, especially the decimated plot of land one. The windows are busted out and the door is off its hinges, but like it's still pretty good, which is the door being off the hinges is probably how Josephine got in. I didn't make her pick the lock or anything.
Busted open with my big old tiggle bitties.
When you walk in, there is a staircase pretty much immediately that you can go up to the bedrooms. There's also a bathroom up there, and then there is a living room to your left, and then straight back is the kitchen.
And Garrett investigated the whole house, right? We're not missing anything.
Yes, I didn't
Josephine.
find anything like, of.
There's
Like-
always more stuff you can find, but he did go through all of the rooms at least once.
And I
Alright.
did find the diary.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'll go upstairs and just investigate a mystery. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, because
But before you do, I'm gonna have you choose a room if you don't mind, because
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
let you re-roll investigate a mystery depending on the room you're in.
Okay, wait. So, how many rooms are there again? I zoned out.
So upstairs there are 2 bedrooms. Garrett, do you tell them anything about the difference in the 2 bedrooms? How one's just like kind of a normal bedroom and one's Nancy's room? Like one is actually labeled.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean, not specifically, but like the difference between them, yes.
there's the master bedroom, there's the room that is labeled as Nancy's bedroom, and then there's a bathroom.
I think I'll go into the master bedroom and like try to find like, because they probably have like files and documents of like who they were. They didn't leave.
Okay, so you can roll investigate a mystery in there.
Okay. And that's plus sharp. I have 0, so that is a 10.
So on a 10, you walk in there and you look around, It looks pretty clean, but there's a weird veneer of dust on everything.
It's fucking old. It's 30 years old.
It's old, but it looks like if you were to move out of your house for 30 years, you'd make the bed, yeah, but you wouldn't leave your shit in all the drawers and stuff. You open up the drawers and like even the sock drawer, all the socks are still like folded nicely in there, but they have dust on them.
Mhm.
Oh, that's gross.
And it's pretty much that for the whole room.
Can I raid the closet?
Yes, you can raid the closet, I guess.
Did I find anything good?
New fit, baby.
Clothes haul.
Listen, nobody's here.
Wowing.
I like the 50s, 60s vibe.
You probably find a lot of like kind of 50s, but like mom from the 50s outfits. So there
Ooh,
are
yeah.
some like kind of longer skirts and stuff. And then you do see on the other side of the closet, there's a couple like suits and stuff. You do find weirdly close to the front. I don't know how Arlo would set up his closet if he had one, but normally you put formal wear towards the back. The formal wear on both sides are kind of closer to the front than you would expect, but there is a very nice formal wear dress and like a peacock blue color, and it's really ugly, but you know, you can tell it's a nicer dress.
Oh, Garrett
And
would love
then
this.
the other one is like a disgusting mustard suit, but it's more expensive.
Oh my god, it's like
I want
Clue.
that. I
It
want
is
that
like
suit.
Clue, I'm now realizing, yes.
Okay, can I take the mustard suit and then like put the other dress in my bag?
So you take the mustard suit, you're holding it, and you stick the peacock dress in your bag. is
I'll
what
put
you're
them
saying?
both in my bag, but I want to take both of them.
Okay, so you take both. Got it. All right.
Sorry, I should have clarified that. The dress isn't for me. That's just what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, Arlo takes the suit and takes the dress. Okay. Do you want to look at anything else, or does anybody else want to look upstairs while we're up here?
I still want to rummage through the kitchen more.
Okay, roll investigate a mystery, both of you. I don't care.
Cool.
It's plus sharp, which
Oh.
Garrett, you now actually have your stuff for. So.
I rolled a 3.
You
Oh
rolled a
no.
3.
I rolled a 3.
You find a can of spam. It could be still good.
I
Cool. I eat it. No thought. Can is
No
whole.
thought.
Roll a
No
d6.
thought, chin and
Roll
mouth.
a d6 for me, Shelza.
4.
You're fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, that was just gonna be a luck roll. I was gonna say 1 through 3, you were probably gonna end up getting really sick, and then 4 through 6, you scrape by. You are fine.
Cool.
It's not good. Anyway, Garrett, what did you roll?
Did we roll 2 or 1?
It's 2 d6s.
Okay, I got a 7 then plus 1 sharp. So 8.
Okay, so you going through the fridge, you already took all the beans and shit. There's maybe a box of like weird whey cookies or something, and there's some like really old cereal. It's all kind of gone to mush, and it's not really like fun food. It's very much like this was a health family, you know?
Anything of interest in the fridge?
Was way
What do you
a
look-
thing in the 60s.
Yes. Would you look on the fridge or just in the fridge?
Probably both.
I would say with an 8, hold on. There is on the fridge, you see several report cards with Nancy's name. They all have really good grades on them. And alongside that, you see a wedding invitation, just labeled N and T.
And tea.
Yeah. Inside the fridge, you pretty much already took everything out.
Mhm,
There's nothing in there.
mhm.
Is there any place that hasn't been explored yet?
So he's gone through all the rooms, but how well he did in each room is kind of varied. So you could go into any of these rooms a second time.
Is there anything that could be considered like a biohazard?
I would say anything that would be a biohazard was already eaten by the two people who just ate food in the fridge.
Good
Pretty much
idea.
everything else in the house that is organic and would be like rotting after 30 years of disuse. I wouldn't say anything really remains if it was still there. And if it was, it doesn't seem to be doing anything now.
Could I upchuck the can because I ate it whole?
Huh?
Oh, you rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3, so I'm gonna say no. There is just a
Damn.
can in your stomach.
Damn it, okay.
Please mark that down, that there's a can in your stomach.
Better hope we don't
Oh.
come near any magnet.
Oh.
You don't know what ghosts do. None of you are equipped for that shit. Except for Salmon. Do ghosts use magnets? You don't know.
Guess we're about to find out.
Okay, so
Apparently.
so what rooms are there that haven't been explored well enough yet?
So all of them are explored a decent amount. Arlo is currently upstairs in the master bedroom making a clothing haul. Those two are in the kitchen. There is still Nancy's room if you wanted to go in there, or you could just hang out in the living room and wait for everyone else to be done. It kind of really
There's also the
depends.
bathroom.
There's
I'll
also the
go in.
bathroom, yeah.
Wait, didn't Garrett take 2 shits in the bathroom?
Yeah.
2 bathrooms, 1 upstairs and 1 downstairs. He took a shit respectively in each, but I know in the recording the first shit got taken out, but yes, he did take 2 shits. There was some
Okay, so I'm
prunes.
gonna go explore Nancy's room.
Okay. Before I do that, Corinne, is there anywhere you want to go? Just so that way I don't have to keep having this conversation.
Do they have like medicine cabinets?
Probably in the
house?
bathroom, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go look through those.
Okay, Tyler can roll his investigation first, though.
What is that number?
It's 2d6 plus your sharp. Which, if you need me to find it, I have your paperwork right here.
I do not know what my sharp is.
It's plus 2.
Okay, so I got a 4.
4.
Did you
Yeah,
roll 2d6
I got a
or
4.
1d6?
Did you roll 2d6 or 1d6? That is a good
Oh,
question. 'cause we've ma-
2d6.
We've
So
made
Yeah.
this mistake before.
Tyler.
3.
So that was
Oh
a
my
3
God.
plus a 4.
Yeah, 7.
7
Plus 2.
plus 2 for your sharp.
No. The plus 2 is added in already.
Okay,
Okay,
so 7.
so you got a 7. I'd say there's about 2 things. You can choose to look at 2 of the things I'm going to talk about. Garrett already opened the window, so you can see everything really clearly. It's brighter in there. The light's not working, you notice. It looks like Garrett already tried it, from the fingerprints. Because it is also covered in that same layer of dust.
Yeah.
You can tell he took something off the desk, and he told you about the diary, so you can assume that's where he got it from. There's bookshelves, there's a painting on the wall, there's her bed, and then there's the closet. Where do you want to go?
Well, let's look at the bookshelf, I guess.
Okay, so he looked at it a little bit last time. It's, It still has, like, a picture of the family and stuff on it. You can see that there's a younger girl and then 2 parents, and you assume that's Nancy, and obviously her parents lived there. There are books ranging in, like, age range, all the way from, like, fairy tale picture books all the way up to, like, college textbooks. So it seems like she keeps a lot of her books. They're all just in there. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
Okay. Can I look at the back of the picture? Can I, like, take it out of the frame and see if there's writing on the back?
Sure. So you take it out. It's pretty crunchy, so you're pretty delicate with it.
Ooh, crunch.
Crunchy.
Crunchy. You flip it over, and the back of the. I assume you mean the photo of the family, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the back of the bookshelf.
Well, I said there was another picture in here.
Oh, there's 2?
There's a painting.
Oh.
So
yeah, the
anyway,
picture.
you flip over the photograph. It doesn't have any writing. The date on it, I would say, probably says Nancy looks really young in it, and using critical thought based on the college textbooks, this is probably an older photo based on her. So it says, probably like 1949, maybe. She's like a little kid in it.
Okay.
Post-war.
Anything else?
So there's the bed, the painting, and what else?
Closet. You can choose one of those three things to go look at.
Raid the closet.
Is Arlo whispering that like through the air vents?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, can I wait? Just
Is there actually anything important in here, or does it like not matter what I look at?
So I'm not going to tell you that anything in here is unimportant, but there are definitely different things you can be looking at that will change what you know later.
Closet.
I'm gonna look at the bed because it seems like a weird thing to have to look at.
So it is kind of weird because you notice, like, even for a college-age person, you have actually, I don't think, disclosed your age to anyone yet. So I don't know if anyone has actually clocked exactly how old Adam is. But you know, as a college student, just in general, even when you were a college student, it's weird that the bed is, like, perfectly made. And it does have that veneer of dust and everything on it. Do you, like, rustle around in the sheets, or do you just like, look at it?
I don't want to rustle around, but can I, like, take the sheets off, see if there's any, like, blood stain shit like that?
So you
There's,
take
like,
off...
anything stored under the bed?
I would say you take off the comforters and, like, take off the pillow, and, in the pillowcase, you probably, find... Not, like, in the pillowcase, but under the pillow, you find, like, not a packet, but, like, a satchel, like, a small cloth bag filled with, like, lavender seeds that are practically disintegrated. They're practically dust at this point, but you can tell by the smell. It was probably under there to help Nancy sleep. You see a pair of glasses also are, like, not in the bed, but they're next to it. Also have a giant coating of dust. There's a little kickback on them from when Garrett came in, but, so I was saying, let's cut back to Corinne in the bathroom. What was your investigation roll?
According to rolladie.net, I got like an 11.
And then let me look at what your sharp is, just to make sure it's not negative. I don't think it is. I don't think anything from your armor class actually can give you negative plus sharp. No, okay. So, you might have actually gotten a 12. You got a 12. Because all the sharps are +1 for your class.
Yeah.
So, you got a 12. In the bathroom, you open up the medicine cabinet, because that's what you said you wanted to look at. You see very out of date, because you are a pharmacist, you can kind of clock that the medicine is very old-fashioned and very out of date. Like
CVS.
CVS. No, British
Walgreens.
CVS. Did anyone actually look up any kind of British pharmacy between then and
Tesco.
now?
Oh, I probably should have. I did not.
Cool.
Tesco.
Cool.
That's actually a thing.
But what you notice about the medicine in there is all of it is really not only just old and expired and probably just gross. It's also probably not actually backed by... They don't have the, like, CDC there, but, like, they're probably not backed by medical science anymore. They're that old kind of medicine. It's not like they have leeches in there, but, like, it's definitely
like,
medicine that...
A prescription for a lobotomy.
There could be a prescription for a lobotomy. There's not, but it's similar sort of things.
Yeah.
There's probably also, like, skincare stuff in there that probably has, like, lead in it. Not really, but, you know.
It's like straight mercury.
Just straight up mercury in a jar. Just chug that shit. No, I'm kidding. There is this pharmacy called Superdrug. Do you want to work at Superdrug?
Yes, I work at Superdrug.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Ashelza. Anyway, so...
Wait.
What?
It may have been founded in the early 2000s. Let me double check. Nope, 64. We're good.
Yes.
Cool.
Super drug. Super drug.
Super
Um,
drug.
I am gonna say none of this stuff would be found at Super Drug if it was found in 64. This is all very, like, mid-1950s medicine. Some of it even earlier than that, like post-war
Yes.
medicine that got shoved in this cabinet.
Okay.
Do you look at anything else in the bathroom?
Yeah, what's in like their cabinets and stuff? I love to snoop around.
There's probably like towels and stuff. It's not like a lot of besides the veneer of dust that is literally on everything.
Mhm.
Would you say you probably try the handle of the sink
Yeah, I would.
or like any of the water? You can
Yeah,
tell the water
plumbing
comes
source?
out, it is straight up fucking black.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not even like brown, like this is
Sexy.
supernaturally
Sludge.
black. This is not
Can
sludge.
I drink it?
Oh,
You're not in the
No.
bathroom. You're in the fucking
Can I be
kitchen.
summoned? I want to drink it.
I would have to say that you would have to roll to investigate and actually check the sink
drinking.
because knowing
Uh.
Salmon, I don't think he's testing the water. Based on everything you've given me for this character, I don't think he in character would test the water automatically. So unless you go out of your way
Yeah.
to do that, I would say no, you may not drink it.
Damn it. Okay.
Why do you want to go into this fight with like 0 health?
Because I'm immortal and any like one I can take off 1 point of blah, 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 blah. If I get hurt, I get -1 hurt. So bitch, I can do anything. I can do anything.
No, this seems like more than just sludge. Ashelza, if you really want to drink it, roll to investigate.
Cool. Oh god. What roll to investigate would fall under sharp,
Sharp.
right?
Yeah,
I
and you
got
have
a
a 0
9.
on sharp. You got a 9? Okay, you turn on the sink, you drink some of the water.
Cool.
You know what? It does more than just hurt you. You know what? You
Damn
know
it.
what?
Does
Cool.
it do like psychic damage?
Does not do psychic damage. Unfortunately, that's not actually a mechanic in this. If we were playing D&D, it
Aw,
would.
damn.
But, so, your curse of feed,
Okay.
it says you must subsist on living humans, correct?
Yeah.
You drink this,
Mhm.
and it reminds you of feeding, but it makes you incredibly hungry. It, like, practically sucks any feed that you had done before this trip out of you.
Mm.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Cool.
So, from
Good
there,
So I have to act under pressure then.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's -1 for me.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
That's an
Right.
8.
Okay. An 8, you are okay, but it is still definitely dealing with you. I'm gonna say probably the next place you go, you're probably gonna have to keep re-rolling that until you do that every time we switch location, I would say.
Oh god.
Cause, the actual roll for Act Under Pressure says that you need, if you got that roll, you'd get to do what you wanted to do. What you wanted to do was remain sane, so I would say you are sane still, but you're getting on, like, you are very hungry, even though you thought you ate enough to, get you through tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's what you get for
This
drinking
will
the
cause
fucking water.
problems later.
Yes, this is probably going to be a problem. Back to Corinne in the bathroom, because that was stupid. In the cabinets, you're just finding a bunch of, like, kind of, I would say that they're pretty much a really gaudy pastel pink. You know that, like, 1950s,
Yeah.
like, fluffy towel, and it's kind of, like,
Yes.
weird and stuffy. You find a lot of those. They're all monogrammed with C's, but the monograms are kind of, like, coming off a little bit. Like, they were
Embroidered?
whatchamacallit? Embroidered, yeah. They were embroidered on, and, like, the stitches are kind of falling off. They just look
no.
old. I wouldn't say there's anything supernatural about those.
Okay.
Did you leave the sink running? Or did
Yeah,
you turn
is
it
the
off?
water still like coming out black? Also, does the shower do that too, or is it just the sink? Do they have a shower and does it do that?
They do have a shower and they have a tub. Do you turn all of them on?
Yes.
Everything you turn on with water comes out black.
Okay, so it's just staying black.
That's
it's not even like
disgusting.
lightly like
No,
what's the
it
word?
is-
like diluting. It's just like straight black.
It is pitch black.
Okay. Maybe I should turn the water off.
Can you
That's how
roll?
British people like coffee.
Gross!
Oh!
You as a
Don't
woman of
flood the
science
house.
with a 12, I would also say know that this black water is not natural. It is definitely
Okay.
a supernatural sort of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna shut off the water. I don't want to like flood the house with whatever this is.
Okay, cool. Be honest, do you think Charlotte would have looked when you guys were talking to Guy Man?
Mhm.
Would she have looked in around while walking just briefly around at the forest surrounding the neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, she'd probably like look at it for a second. Yeah.
In that case, with your 12, I'm gonna say also you connect that this black water is what the river outside looks like.
Oh, that's
You
not
can't
good for the river.
confirm that it is the same thing because you didn't walk up to it,
Mhm.
but you can say neither looked like a natural watercolor, and now
Cannot be good
looking
for
at
the
this black
fish.
water here, it seems supernatural. Yeah.
Cool. Ghost lake.
Ghost like.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be
Do
good
it-
for the wildlife.
Should we all like reconvene and
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say you all probably meet up in the Crane's living room, which is just open. There's no TV or anything, but there is a couch covered in dust.
Oh, let me lounge on the couch.
Oh god.
You just slap down with your titties, and like a pile of dust, or like a cloud of dust, just surrounds you.
Oh my god.
Mushroom cloud of dust.
Salmon's like in the corner, like twitching their neck, rubbing their hands aggressively, and just
Probably
Is
should
it
go
is it one of those
water.
couches that have like the big things for your arms on the side?
You mean armrests?
Armrest?
Yeah,
Armrests.
probably. Yes.
Can I sit
I
on the
would say.
armrests?
Okay. Did we actually, while we're
Arlo's
on
gonna
this,
stand.
Arlo can stand. How tall is Adam? I had this question last time when I was
5'8".
editing, and I meant to.
He
Okay,
is
so he's
short.
5'8". He's little man. He can sit on the couch.
He's a little man.
Armrest then.
Yeah,
Okay.
he sits like a little gremlin boy.
Okay.
Little gremlin boy.
Little gremlin boy.
Well, from there, I would say, what do you guys share? Feel free to share now.
don't drink the
Water's
water.
not good.
Don't drink it.
You
drank
drank the fucking water.
You drank it?
Yeah, I don't feel so good, guys. I might need to go in a.
You know, I would love to study you sometime. Anyway, the water.
I would love to study. Oh.
Sure, maybe not when I'm having just a conniption and he's like, their like neck is like tweaking out.
Yeah, maybe later on the studying front. Yeah, the water, it's not good. Did you guys see it?
What's up with it?
I would
Well-
say Josephine saw it.
It's just pure black. It does not look like anything that should exist. Would you like to see it? I can show you the water.
No, I'm good. I think I've heard
I am
enough from the
perfectly alright.
description.
Perfectly alright.
Yeah, it does not. The water. Yeah, not good.
Mm-mm. Bad mistake on my part.
I raided the closets.
Oh, what'd you find in the closet?
I got like a cool mustard suit, and I got this like a peacock dress. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Peacock us.
Yeah. Do you want it, Josephine?
What?
Do you want a like peacock colored dress?
I will take the peacock colored dress. I can use that.
Okay. Yeah. So I give Josephine the dress.
I put it on over my normal clothes.
It's like an overcoat.
Kind soul helping the charity case.
It is the most modern clothes that Josephine is wearing are those old 1950s dress. Okay. Alright. So, from here, I'd say you guys have a couple options. You can either go in any room that you didn't already go in if you really want to. You can go to the decimated land of the other house. You can go look at any other house if you want, but it's probably going to require breaking in, and I don't think any of you would think that's that super necessary to look at any of those, since
Yeah.
it seems like these two are the most affected. You guys can go look at the lake, or you can go call Doctor and Jade.
What about the church?
You can go to the church right now if you want to. I feel like there's more you could investigate, but if you don't care, you can go to the church.
I kind of want to go to the
I want to go see the lake.
the plot. Okay.
Okay.
I want to
we'll
call
go with you guys.
Doctor and Jade while they do that.
Okay. Trying to decide which one of those I want to do first. I'm gonna have the lake people go and investigate a mystery outside. And in the meantime, if you want, Ash, you can roll another act under pressure to go call, because I would say that your feed is still going on.
Cool. I recommend I go alone.
I was gonna say I could accompany you, but
one of you guys could use the help app.
Oh, 7.
that's not gonna do anything then.
Okay. You're still good.
Okay.
It's still bad. It's not cured. You're not like handled it, but you're better. You're still okay.
I'm just vibing.
You're still fine. Okay, so let's focus on the lake then.
The lake.
Yeah, you guys walk out to the river. So it's a little bit of a farther walk to go out to the river. A lot of the grass and stuff just seems dead. It seems newly dead, though, if that makes sense. Like,
So like
there's
just
not a lot
died?
of footprints and stuff.
Okay.
You are probably leaving some of the first footsteps breaking this grass sort of situation.
Okay.
Everything's pretty dry, and you get out to the lake. Feel free to either roll to investigate a mystery or just ask a question.
I'll roll to investigate. Okay, according to roll.die.net, I got a 9.
Okay, 9 with your sharp is a 10.
All right.
So, I would say you can definitely connect that the same supernatural shit happening to the water in Nancy's house is also on this water as well.
Is there
Well,
anything
that's
like
not
living in the water? Like, is
Some
is
fish.
how opaque is it? Like, can you see anything living in it?
Like that Vanta Black stuff where like no light can come through.
Water is light is reflecting off of it. It's not like absorbing light or anything. But if one of you were to cup your hand in it and pull it out, you don't necessarily get hurt. But it is like practically an opaque black that slowly dissipates out of your hands.
Who put the bath bomb into the river?
That is
So it's
kind of what it looks like. That's a good example.
Are there any like
Who put the bath bomb in the river?
around?
What, Lou?
Are there any like sticks or anything around?
Yeah, you're in a forest. Or like the
Okay.
upbringing of a forest. Yeah, there are
I
trees.
just kind of want to like take a stick and just like try and like fish around in the lake with it, like a long stick. And I have long limbs, so I can kind of reach further.
Okay.
I just want to see like if anything happens to the wood, like if it rots.
Oh, good idea.
When you fish around, you probably just hit the normal roots and stuff. Is all I was saying.
Okay, so I'm not getting anything.
No. And when you pull out the stick, I heard you say that you were checking for rot. I would say it just kind of acted like normal water. Maybe there's like a little bit of a mist on it, like as you take it out, almost like
A bog.
Like algae?
A bog.
not really algae, but like
Bog water.
when you
Cranberry
take
bog.
bong water.
bong water. No, if you were to take like a wooden spoon out of like boiling water, you know how some steam comes off of the water itself is not hot because one of you probably stuck your hands in it. But it does seem like almost like a mist comes off of it like that. You know what I mean?
I just didn't want to put my hand in there.
Are there any like animals like near the lake, or like is there anything living like even remotely close to this lake?
No.
Okay.
So
cool.
in that question, Kai, is there any kind of like not super dead grass?
I would say it's pretty dried out, but the further you get away from the center of the neighborhood, the more alive stuff is. Yeah.
I would like to let little Floppa out to eat some grass.
You will
Floppa
flop.
may eat some
The
grass.
dead grass?
No, like the live grass at the end. That's why he was
Okay.
asking. He's walked some way away from the lake that like surrounds this and like splits it in two. Probably where Guy Man was just leaving. I fucking hate this name.
Guy Man.
Probably goes over to where you guys saw Guy Man and stuff is starting to like regain color in that area and lets out Lil Floppa. Yeah.
How deep is the lake? Is that like?
Don't swim in it.
I'm not in the lake.
Cannonball.
I'm not gonna go swim in the bog.
I mean, you can.
From what you saw Arlo do with the stick, you can kind of tell it's about probably 3 or 4 feet. It's not that deep.
Okay, so there's nothing of importance at the bottom of the lake.
No.
Okay.
Okay, can we check out the plot then? Because I wanted to do that.
Yeah, we should look at that.
Yes, we can do that. But first, before we do, while you guys are walking over there, after you finish this, let's cut over to Salmon calling Jade and Doctor.
Cool.
You already rolled. You're okay. So, you call. What do you want to say?
Hey, so I have some good news, some okay news, and some worse news. What do you want first?
I'm gonna say that Jade picks up and she just. You're supposed to be managing them, so the fact that you say there's
Yeah.
bad news really does kind of worry me. What is it?
I forgot that. I forgot I was a manager. I thought I was just along for the ride. So,
No, we
so a lot
went
of the
over
issues
this.
are my fault. It's
We
fine.
went
It's fine.
over
They're
this.
okay.
No. Salmon, we went over this. You, as the only person living here and the only person I actually employ, have to be grading their performance. So the fact that you're calling me saying you messed up kind of worries me. Because remember, if this thing gets loose, we not only lose the house, Doctor is going to lose their resting place and therefore get dissipated, and I am going to be homeless and probably dead.
It's fine. I'll give you the bad news first. I cannot rate performance because I am under the influence. I can't feel my toes.
Did you do?
I drank something kind of bad. I'm very hungry now. That might cause problems in a little bit, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So you drank something after we already Doctor already fed you, and now it's come back?
Yes.
That is interesting.
Mm.
You hear her like writing something down with like pen on paper.
It was like black or something. It came out of the faucet. I
the
think
water,
it's from a lake.
the water is infected? Are you telling me that the water is
Yes.
infected?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lake outside. I think it came from a lake. They went to investigate. I came here.
Is all of the water like? So it came out of a faucet. Is all of the water in the neighborhood, or just that house infected?
I don't know, but it's in a lake and it's in a house. So I think so.
I would check that, but
Cool.
you can still hear her like furiously writing something down, and you hear her like pass something off, and because Doctor is a ghost, when he passes technology, I would say you can kind of tell. Probably makes a woo noise.
But good news. Good news. We got
Good
new
news?
outfits. We got new outfits.
I don't know how that is.
We
good
met
news.
a dog. It was really cool. His name was Poochie.
I feel like you and I have different definitions of good news, and you definitely don't have the. No, you know what? No, I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm very concerned that I should not have let you do this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I see.
We'll work. Everything will be a-okay.
So if that's the good news and the bad news, what's the kind of okay news?
I ate a can.
I think that
We
still
found
goes
some
in
cool-
the bad news.
I was fine though, so it's okay. I just have a can in my now. How are you?
Well, now I'm very worried for my house being repossessed. That's
Nah,
definitely. Oh,
we'll figure everything out. Everything will be a-okay. We
Oh,
got a
well,
capable crew with us.
We don't know that. The whole point is you are supposed to be testing that they're capable. And you can
I
just.
mean, they're not
tell.
dead.
They're not dead, but you almost are. Are you capable? Are you capable?
Yeah. Maeve. Yeah, I got. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
She just. You can hear her sigh, and she just. Okay. It is only about 7 p.m. You guys still have till midnight. Can your feed last that long? It would be 5 hours. Can it last 5 hours?
I'm gonna have to make it, so yep.
Is there nothing around you can feed off of?
I'll figure something out. I'll figure it out.
Drinking the bog water.
So what
can
time does
drink
it start getting dark? What time does it start getting dark?
I'd say it's well, we already went over when you came into this neighborhood. It was unnaturally dark for the time that it was anyway. If any of you were to guess without looking at a clock, you guys don't know that Jade said it was 7 p.m. Because it's just Salmon on the phone. You would probably guess it's closer to 9 or 10. It is only 7 p.m.
Okay, so I'm putting Lil Floppa back into my bag because it is dark and I am scared.
Okay. So is that the end of your phone call, Salmon?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hang up, and I assume you go regroup with everybody else at the plot of land.
Yeah. Could I investigate around the forest to see if I can find like a deer or something?
Yes, but act under pressure.
Okay.
That's gonna determine your investigate.
Act under pressure. It's cool. 6.
Cool. You do not
Cool.
find anything. No.
Cool.
Cool. Already you could already tell there was nothing out there anyway. But with this, you for sure just are like, nope, there's nothing. Okay, so you guys go over there. There is not much to look at. It is the foundation of a house in a mailbox. So one of you can make an investigation roll if you want.
Corinne should probably do that. Because you have a plus.
She's been getting the most.
Alright, roll a die, don't fail me now. Okay, I got an 8.
8 plus your 1. So all there is literally to look at is the bent ass mailbox says the name Spencer. So the people who lived here's last name was Spencer. That is literally it.
Carly character.
Oh, what?
Like the iCarly character?
It
The
is
older
indeed
brother.
spelled. It is indeed spelled like the older brother from Okay. So that's pretty much all you could glean from that. What do you want to do from here?
So it's just like a blown up plot of land.
It doesn't even really look blown up, I would say. It's literally just the foundation of a house with maybe like 1 or 2 pieces of like what would that be called? Like the foundation of the walls are like sticking out. So you know how there's like foundation pillars in a house? I would say like 1 or 2 of them are still connected to the foundation of this house. It almost looks like it got picked up and ripped off and just like thrown, and you can't find where it got thrown to.
So it's not an invisible house?
It is not an invisible house, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Okay. So yeah, you have that. The payphone still works as far as you're aware. I would say it's probably edging closer to 8 p.m. now.
It would now be a good time to investigate the church.
I would say so. You can
Yeah.
well, actually, Salmon, when you come back over, do you tell them what Jade asked you to do?
Yeah, I think so. I'm like, I mentioned the time because I feel like Salmon had a moment of, I fucked up. I should take this more seriously now.
Yeah, okay.
12 o'clock. So, at the moment, we have 4 hours. So, going based off my speed, I think we should do the church and account for if there's something. I can't see my. And Salmon's on the ground.
I'm so gonna study you.
Salmon's on the ground, like.
I just kind of like kicked her.
Thank you. Hey.
That's assault. You're so much bigger than him.
Not hard, just like
It's
a little foot. Just like, you okay? Nudge, nudge.
Just give me like 5 minutes.
We have 4 hours to defeat the ghost, or we have
Yeah.
4 hours until the ghost shows up.
4 hours until shit fucks up.
Yeah, until the
right, 'cause
ghost
it's
gets
gonna,
more
like-
powerful. Yeah,
it's gonna leave.
it's out
gonna
right
fuck
now.
shit
You just
up.
don't know where.
So
Yeah.
we
should
if
go
we
to
don't
church.
defeat it in that time, it's gonna get a hell of. So I recommend we try
That's right.
to
It's
do
not
it
gonna be
fast.
tethered.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
So from here, you guys can go to the church. You can call Jade and Doctor again if you really want to. Or you can just fucking leave if you really wanted to.
Let's go.
No, we should go
Okay,
to the
no.
church.
Yeah, I want to look at the church.
Yeah, let's look at the church. See what's up with it.
It would be a waste if we didn't because Salmon's like dying.
Salmon's fine.
Salmon's fine. Salmon's fine. I am gonna have Salmon make another act under pressure roll.
Cool. How do I count?
I don't know.
6.
How- 6.
Wait, can I help
damn
out, please?
What?
Can I like hold Salmon and help them?
I'm
You
ready.
can?
Let's
Okay.
go. Like they're just holding me, and I'm
Can
like,
I roll to help out because I don't want
Whoa.
Salmon to die?
I
Yes.
mean, oh wait, I weigh a lot, and I have a giant sword on my back. Can you pick that up?
That's wait, what is help out? What type of roll is it?
Plus cool.
Plus cool.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Okay, so you give him +1, so Salmon is still under control.
But less. We're good. I can stand now.
But I am gonna say, no. You got a mixed success.
Cool.
So that means Salmon does something to hurt you. And I'm gonna leave it up to Salmon what they do.
Oh god.
But you do have to hurt Arlo in some way.
Huh.
And based
okay.
on your curse, did you ever expose what your curse actually is to everybody else? Besides the fact that it's feed. Looking at what your base is, I would say I think we both know what Salmon does, but it is still up to you. You could hurt Arlo in some other way.
I thought. See, based on the fact that they feed off of a doctor, I was thinking of it more as the last option. So, should I describe what I do?
Yes, please do, because okay.
So I turn to Arlo and I grab them by the face. I just open my mouth and like some white, some opaque energy forms out of Arlo's mouth and it goes into mine.
Oh god.
Okay, that is not what
And
I
then
thought
I
you were
let
gonna do. Okay,
I absorbed your essence, baby.
I thought you were gonna bite my neck. Jesus Christ.
Nah,
that is
So you
what
were
I
gonna
was expecting
kiss me. I was like, aren't you married to a fucking ghost?
nah.
Okay.
Hands around ears.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna give you two options, I think. I'm gonna say you can either try using Soothe to help him, but you're still gonna be hurt, or you can kind of just take it and just take hurt, or if you really want, you can try a luck roll to avoid this feeding.
I'm sorry.
Because I was gonna try and look and see if your class actually changed if this kind of feeding would even affect you, but I'm not seeing anything about it.
Oh god, that would be terrifying. I think I'm just gonna soothe because I don't have to roll for that. So
Are you sure it's not a roll for magic? No, it's not. Never mind.
I don't have any roll. And I roll for shit, so I don't even want to bother with any healing spells or anything like that because I'm really worried. So I'm just gonna sit there and just first I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna be really freaked the fuck out.
No
And then I'm just
thoughts.
gonna, like, so I am going to just like lean into Salmon and be like, it's okay. It's okay. Please don't do that again.
Salmon just kind of
Gonna be
drops.
fine.
Salmon just like drops their arm, shaking like and like grabbing themselves.
Okay, so based on that roll and what you've done, I'd say that Salmon's feed curse is taken care of for a little while. They don't have to keep rolling act under pressure. It's not probably gonna last you the full 4 hours, but it's definitely gonna last you the next like 2, probably.
Oh.
You are not full, is my point. You are just like done.
But you're
for a
not
bit.
freaking out, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am.
Thank God.
They're freaking out for a different reason now.
Okay. Okay. Arlo,
just
I'd
say-
say you still got hurt though, so I would still
Okay.
take 1 harm.
Take 1 harm. Let me write that down.
So, as you guys walk up to the church, look back at the Black Lake, and you see it slowly kind of lurch as you guys go in. I'd say it's probably turned exactly 8 o'clock at this point, though you wouldn't know that. It lurches, and it is now a bigger lake than it originally was.
That's fucked. I don't like that.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't like that image.
And it like lurches all at once. It's not like it starts somewhere and like grows. It all kind of just goes bloosh.
Bloosh.
So real quick, is there any kind of lock on the church door?
No, there is not a lock, no.
Okay.
I just want to say, as you walk up to the church, you immediately notice this is probably where the fuck the blast that has knocked these houses back came from. And as you are looking at this river lurch, one part of the river, about where you guys were standing, maybe a little more north than that, comes up and slams down onto that piece of foundation that you guys were just at. Like an arm just like slaps down.
Huh.
And the 2 remaining probably foundation bars that were still up get swept into the river away with the arm.
Oh my.
So,
that one bit.
Interesting.
What was that?
What was that?
Not good. That's what that is.
Okay, so the river surrounds the park that holds this church kind of like a moat, but there's a thin piece of land that you guys walked over. Now that everything has lurched in, that thin thing you walked over is now even thinner. Maybe you would be able to walk over it. Josephine would have a small problem walking over it in her 2 dresses.
Okay.
Okay, so you are now in this moat, and you are in the thing.
The thing?
The
thing.
park with the church. That's the thing.
Mm.
The park itself is still in pretty good shape. There's a clear level of like ghostly aura coming from the event house church in the center. And it doesn't seem to have much out of the ordinary, except for the church itself seems to be knocking out any light that surrounds it. It's like there's an opaque smoke covering it. Trees are surrounding the side, and the once well-manicured bushes that surrounded the church have vines snaking up the sides and busting through the windows, pulsing very slowly like veins. Do any of you want to walk up to that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have everyone who walks up to it act under pressure.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, how do I do that?
So it's 2 d6s plus your cool modifier, which
Oh, thank God. I have a good modifier.
Mine's
Okay, I
zero.
got
On your
a 4.
Mine's plus
Oh, no.
2. So,
Okay,
I rolled a
so-
10 in total.
All right, so in total, who rolled a 6 or under?
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, I didn't roll.
Did you walk up to the vines?
I was eating, so I didn't make that decision.
Then I'm gonna assume no. Okay,
Should I say,
so
like, yeah, Arlo's
Fran-
still comforting Salmon, so the two of them stay
Okay.
back.
That makes sense. Yep. Okay, so did anyone roll a 9 to a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Corinne, or Charlotte and just Adam all walk up. And the vines lurch out of those vein walls and immediately come at you. I would say Adam avoids them. Josephine goes to avoid them, but still gets nicked. She's still pretty okay though. I would say they immediately just clock Charlotte in the fucking face and she's down. I would say take 1 harm.
Laying face
Okay.
down on the ground.
Yes.
Right.
So the vines are hostile, is my point.
So vines.
I assume you guys go in, unless you want to do something else.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I would prefer to help Charlotte up.
Okay.
She's laying face down on the ground after
Just
You know,
the blinds decided to
D6s
swing
for
on
me.
her.
Josephine, roll 2 D6s for me.
Okay.
oh god.
I got an 8.
What's your cool?
0.
Okay, yeah, you help her up.
Thanks.
I try helping her up. I just slip and fall on my face too.
I was gonna
Oh,
say if you
God.
failed, that's exactly what was gonna happen. You go in. There are there's an entryway, but there's also 2 spiral staircases that surround this room, or like frame it, that you can go up that seems to lead to an upper story. And off to the left of you, there seems to be a way into the back. And then forward is where you would go into events, and there's probably a hallway splitting those places off. It seems like that area is locked, but to your left and right, there are rooms, and then to your left and right, upstairs, there are rooms.
Can I go up? Would someone like to come with me up into the right
Sure,
corridor?
I'll come with.
Okay.
Well, you're carrying, like...
You're carrying Charlotte still like a baby.
Yeah.
We're going upstairs!
Poor little.
Okay, just so that way, we don't have to keep cutting back here, and I can just go one by one. Where does everybody else go? And then I'll have them go first.
There is rooms left to the and to the right, right?
Yes, there's left and right rooms downstairs. There are rooms directly in front of you that are locked, and then there are 2 rooms left and right upstairs.
Salmon stands back up and like shakes their head and then reaches for their giant sword on the back and like starts walking towards the locked door.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the locked door as well.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll follow the 2 of them.
Yay!
Okay, that is okay. Yep.
Wonderful.
All right.
Should I not do that?
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm concerned.
Great.
So,
Is the door locked with magic? Because I have the perfect item for that.
No, unfortunately. It is. Well, okay, so if you're thinking about like an event hall / like church that you would like rent out at a park,
Mhm.
they lock the rooms and venues that you go into when they leave, probably. That's just what this looks like.
Okay.
It just looks like they're closed and you walked in randomly. Okay, let's go upstairs because I don't want to deal with that yet. There are 2 rooms upstairs, and you get to choose which one you want to go into. I know you said right, but I don't actually have them labeled left and right, so I'm just gonna have you choose from here.
Mhm.
There is a they are both labeled with pieces of like paper slid into it, but it says they're both labeled changing room, and then on the slips of paper that have been slid into the doors, one says TS and one says NC. You can choose which one you go into.
Let's go into the one starting with N.
You walk in. C is crossed out with a pink pen on that like piece of paper that has been slid in there. And then the C has been replaced with an S, so it now reads NS. You
NS
open the
and TS, right?
yes.
Okay.
So they originally said TS and NC, but now they both say NS and TS. They both have an S at the end now. It is a large-ish changing room. There are mirrors. I forgot the word for mirror. There are mirrors stood up with like tuffets in areas. There's a makeup table that has like cosmetics that are open but like dried out at this point. It all looks like it's been cleaned up a little bit, but it also has that giant veiling of dust over it that you recognize from Nancy and the Crane's house. There's a pile of hairbrushes and combs. Everything seems like it was left mid-use. And from there, I would say roll investigation to see anything else.
Investigation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6.
Okay. And Corinne's with you, so she can either help or she can also roll.
I'll roll.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay. So with that, I would say Charlotte walks over to the makeup table and can notice that there is a Polaroid photo tucked into the makeup mirror. It shows a lanky man smiling over a sketchbook sitting by what looks like the river outside. You notice that the river in this photo is not black. It is like a normal watercolor.
Right? Any drawers? Anything to like rummage through?
There are some drawers and stuff. You notice that there are some like notes in there that just have like sizing stuff as if they were talking about like pinning a dress. There are vines that have broken through the windows, but they're small enough that they're not going to come up to you unless you walk over to them, but they are like holding on to the window frame.
I will avoid those.
Okay. There is, if you look in the drawers of a table sitting by the door, so probably you passed it when you walked in and you would be like coming back, there is a small silver key inside that drawer.
Well, it's gonna take the key, obviously. Might need
Okay.
that.
And I'm gonna say the 11 goes for both of you just because Corinne ruled higher. Is there anything Josephine wants to look at?
Is there really anything else of importance that
You can't just ask that.
I feel like I should be able to ask that?
You can't
like any other
usually ask
items that would be
usually.
recommended to investigate.
Anything of notice, I think, would be a better thing. I would say it's a pretty devoid room. You notice that most of the clothes that were in here for changing, because it's literally labeled as a changing room, there are no dresses or anything, you notice, like for people to change into.
I mean, I'm going to, probably be chatting with Charlotte at this point because I don't think I ever mentioned
your job?
No, not my job, my wedding and the wedding invitation that was on the fridge.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to tell her that?
Yeah, so it was just like, a wedding invitation for NT and oh god, I don't remember the other one.
It was just N plus T.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume it's probably Nancy.
Were these like their dressing rooms or something?
Yeah. I mean, it was probably their wedding that corresponding to the wedding invitation.
Okay.
But we don't know what happened to Nancy, so.
I mean, something not good.
No, something not good. We can assume that.
Before we go downstairs, I'm gonna give Charlotte and Josephine the option to go into the other room up here before I let you guys break stuff downstairs.
Cool.
I mean,
or second option, Charlotte can say that she found a key, cause she did.
Oh.
Yeah, I did find a key.
It's not 100% that key goes there, but, she found a key. She can tell you guys that, like, from the banister. So that way you guys don't automatically go break things.
We don't have to go full hog wild yet. Just like,
Okay. So I'm gonna say, Shorlin, Josephine, you guys want to go look in the other room?
Yes.
that's
Okay.
a good idea.
Let me open up that one. So this is room 4.
Mhm.
This one you open up. It has the paper labeling it TS. You open up the room. It is identical. But you can tell this was the groom's changing room
Yes.
because inside there's a suit still laying in its plastic bag against a chair in front of the mirrors.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, I was saying that the initials sound like Nancy Crane and then T something Spencer. Because a Spencer house is the one that was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this room that is labeled TS does have the suit still laying in a plastic bag against a chair. The room, you can notice immediately walking in there, is completely devoid of water and vines. There are the large set of mirrors facing the door. This room has ties draped across the mirror. And I'd say from here, you can roll to investigate again.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Got a 4.
Cool. Nothing else to
Guys.
think about here.
Okay.
No, nothing. We're
Just the suit there being is like a little
Nothing
suspicious to me, and I don't know why.
I mean,
I
if
will
you
bring
want
it.
to investigate, you can it's a black suit.
Cool.
It's a black suit.
Okay.
You can investigate the suit itself if you want instead of the room as a whole and re-roll, or you can just leave.
I don't think I want to touch that.
I want to take the ties.
You want to touch the ties?
I want to take the ties.
Oh god.
You can take the ties.
Why?
Yes, I guess that's the end of that room. Downstairs, do you guys change your course of action at all?
Yes, as soon as I hear
Yeah.
the keys, I grab the back of Salmon's like coat or whatever they're wearing.
Cool.
It's August.
They're wearing a shirt.
I grab the collar, pull them back. I think
Okay.
we should go downstairs.
There's
are
not a
done.
downstairs in here. They're just left and right rooms.
Oh, then we should go to these rooms, check them out.
Cool.
The ones that aren't locked. We should wait for everyone. I think we should all go in the locked rooms together.
Mm-hmm.
Should we
Mhm.
split up or should we go in groups? Because there's 3 of us.
I think groups.
You can.
better.
Yeah, I think 3 of us in one room is good.
Okay.
Safety
left or right?
in numbers.
Left first?
Okay, left. You go in. It's a kitchen.
Ah!
The room
Search
has a
for
very
food.
not search for food yet.
Okay.
The room immediately has a distinct rotten odor that seems to not have been touched in years. Unlike
Mm.
the Crane house, when you walked in and there was kind of rotting food, it was all just stale food. There wasn't anything like moist that like actually was giving off an odor. This place does. It definitely does.
What kind of
And
rot smell are we talking here? Is it like human or
Food.
is it food?
It's definitely food.
I think it's probably like catering and like a wedding cake. Like
Yeah.
probably all the catering for a wedding. Like that's just what's going in my
So, one other thing you notice before I have you roll is the vines and gunk seem to be devoid of this room. They're besides the unusedness, it seems fine. But they're like by way of supernatural stuff.
Okay. Could I investigate the smell?
Okay, roll investigation.
Sick. 7.
So you go over to the fridge, you open it, and you notice the light doesn't come on. So it's either been unplugged or there's no power in this place, but you've seen lights, so you assume it's unplugged. There's just a mass of rotted ingredients for food. That's the smell.
Can I check the faucet?
Yes, you may.
Investigation.
I'm gonna just let you turn on the faucet, and then I'm gonna have you have to act under pressure.
Okay, just give me a second. You do Tyler first. Then.
Okay.
Can I
Tyler-
rummage through the cabinets?
Yes, you may. So there's not actually any like openable cabinets. The ones you do open have just like cleaning supplies. But if you open drawers, one has cake toppers of different events. So there are birthday candles in there. Yes, cake toppers. There's birthday candles, Christmas trees made of now melted wax. And there are a couple wedding couples made of plastic. Oh, all of the silverware in the drawers seems to be gone. That's what I meant to say.
Huh.
I'm gonna roll. Wait. So I'm gonna turn on the
I'm going-
faucet and act under pressure.
Ugh.
What is that plus?
Cool.
Cool. My cool is +1, I think. Hold on. That is an 8.
Okay. Out of the faucet comes another black arm. It's not water coming out of it like when Charlotte turned on the faucet. It is an arm like you saw come out of that one. And it goes to like slap you, but with an 8, I'd say you avoid it mostly. Maybe a finger of it gets you. It kind of burns, but like not enough that you're hurt that badly. It just stings.
Can I try turning off the faucet to see if it stops?
Yes. I would say with an 8 you managed to turn off the faucet.
Okay.
Okay, so, anything else in this room?
It was just
Is there
mostly
anything
the smell.
worth
and-
investigating?
yeah, it was just mostly the smell and like, cabinets.
I would say you could try fighting the faucet hand,
No.
but, I don't think anything else in here sticks out to you now.
Cool.
I think we
Okay.
should probably wait on the faucet hand until we have everyone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't want any of us to like die.
Okay. So do you just go to the room down the hall, or do you want to join them upstairs?
The room and then join them upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'd say, like, based on timeline-wise, they're probably just going into the groom's chamber right now.
Okay.
So, you guys go into the other room. This is a ballroom. The room is filled with not only dust and a general air of unuse, but also a thick black smog matching that of the water in the river from when Arlo pulled the stick out. There is the room quivers, but it's not outwardly dangerous. It's almost like there's a simple swaying to it, but it doesn't feel dangerous yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There is a number of round white tables, all identically dressed, with 8 chairs around each. There's a low-set stage at the back that seems to be set into the wall, and the curtains on the left side are ripped down, but I don't think you see them anywhere in the room. The opposite wall seems to have a door that has odd divots in the sides of it in a parallel design. And that's about it. You can go in and investigate, or you can join them upstairs.
Can I investigate the door?
Yes.
I want to investigate the general. I'll go.
Okay, both of you roll then.
Well, what do I roll?
It's plus your sharp, so it's 2d6s. Everything is 2d6s in this game, Tyler.
Oh, that makes it really easy.
Yes, it does.
So I got a 10.
Okay, cool.
Wait, hold on. Did I do my math right? No, I don't think I did.
Hold up.
No,
I
I
know-
did. I did it right.
Okay.
It's 10.
And then Ashilda?
I got a 7.
Okay, cool. Both of you go in. Adam goes to the door. And the odd divots that are in a parallel design, if you run your hands down them, it seems like it buckles a little bit. When you look at it closer, you can see that there's a locking mechanism, meaning that this wall collapses into that room behind the locked door that you guys saw outside, just based on what you think from the blueprints and like layout of how you've walked. This probably goes into that same room. This wall could collapse, or a key can be inserted to pull it back. And as for what Salmon figures out, walking around the room, you can confirm that the right curtain is nowhere in the room. You can tell it's been ripped down, like by force, but there is no sign of it in here. Besides that, there's nothing really in here. The fog seems to be about the same thickness as when you walked in.
Okay.
Does Arlo want to do anything, or do you guys want to go upstairs? Or do you want to try and get the key and open this locking
Well,
mechanism?
they
or
have
the
the
other door?
key, so
Yeah.
I guess it would make sense to go to them.
So I'd say this is about when they're walking out, but the 3 people who were downstairs can see into the groom's room. By way of your characters, would any of them want to go pickpocket the suit?
Oh, Arlo would.
Okay.
Arlo wants the suit.
Okay. So I would say Arlo, with his bigger height, just pushes past the sea of like shorter people and kind of just struts in like Howl's Moving Castle Howl style and just is like, yep.
He keeps picking up all these clothes, and I don't think most of these outfits are going to fit him. Because he's so tall. Arlo is immediately like, gotta check out this suit. This baby.
You can't see the full suit because it's in a plastic bag, like a dress container. Do you open it up and inspect it, or do you just shove the whole thing in your bag? Plastic?
Oh, I'm opening it up. I want to see what kind
Okay.
of in here. Investigate a mystery?
Sure. You can either investigate the suit as a whole, or you can pickpocket it, is what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I kind of feel like pickpocketing it. And then I'll
Okay.
just like shove it in my bag next to the mustard suit.
You are probably gonna get the same information out of each. It just changes how easy your roll is for information.
Oh, okay.
Still roll to investigate though.
Okay, do you want so sharp, right?
Yeah.
God damn it. That's a 5.
The suit seems to be missing its blazer, but in the pant pockets, you see a sturdy silver ring. You can see that the blazer is draped across another chair in the room. Do you want that to go with it, or do you just want the white button up, the black slacks, etc.?
I'll get the blazer too. It's a whole fit, you know?
Josephine already took the tie, so you don't actually have the full fit.
That's fine. Arlo can live without a tie. They
Okay,
can put it in a gay little scarf.
Little scar.
Okay, so the blazer, you pick it up. It doesn't feel heavy, but you can tell there's something in it. Do you look in the pockets?
Oh, absolutely. Do I need to
Okay.
roll again?
Inside, one of the pockets, tucked pretty deep and like kind of like snugly, is an unsent letter, and it is sealed and labeled to someone named Ezra.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm reading that.
So you open it. It's never
Arlo is a nosy bitch.
It's never been opened. It was sealed 30 years ago, and it has not been looked at for 30 years. So it's very crisp in your hands.
Yeah. Get that hot goss.
Opening it simply reads, once you unfold the whole thing and like do it on the table. Is anyone watching Arlo do this, or are they still in shock that he like pushed you all in the door?
I think Salmon
bit of
like
both.
is
watch.
watching at this point.
Okay. So then I'm gonna just say all of you know that this letter simply reads, I'm not sure how I feel. I need space and I need time. Signed, Tom.
Tom.
So it's-
Damn.
Cool.
Tom.
Okay.
Tom Spencer.
Okay. At this point, have we like reconvened and like talked what we saw in the rooms?
I feel like that's what we can do now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'm stuffing this in my bag now.
Cool.
How many
So
clothes do you have in that bag?
I gave you the
His
dress, so I
handwriting
just have
looks
2
like.
suits.
2 suits.
I'm thinking the ghost might be Nancy, and something happened on their wedding day.
Yeah, that
And
would make sense.
that something might have been Ezra. She found a letter from them, or addressed to them, and Tom was... Something happened with this third party, and then her as a ghost still holds a grudge over Tom,
Mhm.
but is like protecting
I think
his
there's
stuff. still,
something
'cause-
weird.
Yeah.
To me, I think it might be Tom just because, or there's something weird. There's something weird about the fact
Mhm.
that the Crane house is like untouched, but the
Mhm.
Spencer house is gone.
True.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it might, and the thing is, we have like all this stuff, and there's the unread letter from this unread letter of what was supposed to be going to Ezra or whatever.
Mhm.
So maybe it is Nancy. I just think, to me, I think her house would be untouched because someone was like cherished her.
Maybe.
That's a good point.
Can I have... Wait, but before you keep talking, can I have Arlo make one more investigation check on the letter itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 7.
You can tell that it has never been resealed. It was sealed once, and it has never been opened again.
Damn.
So,
Hmm.
that's all.
So, okay, so that means that whatever was happening with Tom and Ezra, Tom was trying to shut it down, and the letter was never given. Because if what we're assuming is that this is Tom Spencer's room,
Mhm.
and so that was in his pocket to give to Ezra.
hmm
But I find it really weird that all the dresses are gone, but the ties and suits are still intact.
Tom's room is like not touched at all, and there weren't any of the tendrils in there, but the other room had them, right? Or they did.
Yeah. No, there were like vines and shit in Nancy's
Yeah.
room.
Cool.
Yeah, it did.
So Nancy's room and the Spencer house have been touched.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the Spencer house was more than touch. It's gone.
It's
Decimated.
Decimated.
cool.
If that's all you have to look at in here, Arlo stole the suit.
Yeah.
I do have a question that might change things. Arlo, do you put on any of the clothes that you steal?
Oh no.
Oh, that's a good question.
Would Arlo put on the clothes? I know you as a person wouldn't, but would Arlo?
I thought he had the orange suit.
Arlo gave Josephine the dress, and Josephine put the dress on, but Arlo was just stuffing things. I think Arlo is going to put on the blazer. Because
Which
I know
blazer?
that
Which blazer?
the blazer they just picked up because they're like, oh, this freaky little blazer. Maybe
This
someone will think
freaky
I'm
little
this
blazer.
guy. I don't know. Maybe it'll help us. I don't know if my jean shorts will do that, but the
Also,
shorts.
I want to say the suit that I'm imagining that they have is All Might's yellow suit. I want
It's not pinstripe. The mustard
Damn it,
suit.
never mind.
The mustard suit from
Like Colonel
the crane
Mustard.
house is not pinstriped. No.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, was their formal wear? Oh, their formal wear was brought out, so maybe this was supposed to be their outfits to the wedding.
Hmm.
Josephine and I took that.
What?
So you're
So they
wearing...
didn't even make it to the wedding then.
Okay, I'm gonna say from here, you have two options. You can try that key that Charlotte found either in the door you saw when you walked in or the locking mechanism of the right room.
Let's try the locking man.
Okay.
And if it
Is that
doesn't-
is that what everyone wants to do?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So you walk down there as a group, and as you go in, the three who were downstairs and saw that room already are now noticing that the fog is much thicker.
Oh,
It seems like when you leave and come back, it gets thicker, and it kind of like it won't get thicker while you're looking at it, but you can notice. It's not unmanageable how thick the fog is now, but it is definitely more of a nuisance. And it probably would mean that Adam has to find where that locking mechanism is, because he's the one who found it the first time.
I'm just gonna yank it open.
You turn the key on this rolling locking mechanism, and as you turn it, it's like a crank, and the wall seems to slowly roll back and reveals a smaller ballroom where the clock in the room strikes 11. There's a clock in the smaller ballroom.
Oh, yay.
The
Oh, boy.
room starts to shake, and a black smoke turns into a putrid teal around you.
Everybody up! Everybody up!
All right.
Back it up, kids. We're going home.
We have to defeat this.
The room you're looking to is completely like devoid of fog and stuff. It all rushes past you in a cloud.
God.
So the folded back wall is like an accordion, showing this red-coated room. There's one table like the white ones in the room before, but this one is crooked and snapped in one direction.
Jesus.
It is no longer made, as all the silverware and plates have slid off to one side and like shattered. Each side of the table only houses one chair. It was for a couple. The curtain from the previous room is laid down on one side of the table and stained a very dark, muddy brown color that you can see from here. The floor seems a bit damp with black water, and the vines from outside slither through the windows, and they are pulsing harder than ever.
Can I take out my sword now?
Yes. Do you light it?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Because it's there.
I would
This is
like
black
to pick
fog.
out my
I'm
Glock
lighting
in
it.
defense.
I pull out the Buster Sword.
Get
okay.
out the baseball bat.
Can I take out the hunting rifle?
All right. So, the black smoke everywhere turns teal, and the chairs will fly away from that table. And the carpet and flooring seems to peel up. And the tables from behind you, there is an open enough space. Are you guys, would you say you're single file, or are you guys like like a row? Or are you like in an arrow formation looking at this with like Adam in the front turning?
I think arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there is enough room around you that these tables fly forward past your heads. None of you probably get hit necessarily, but
Can Arlo duck just in case?
yeah, okay. Tables from the previous room come with the lone one coming up, and it forms a dress that is molding with the carpet. It's like kind of a dress shape at least. Forks and knives are coming down to form very jagged hands, and the bloody curtains from the floor come up and make a makeshift head of hair. The smoke settles around, and it forms a deformed, wailing face of a ghastly bride. The water around her comes in, and you notice that it's getting a little higher every second. She screams. That is the fight. Hunter House is an actual play-along podcast produced by Typhonic Ghost and Fern Productions. This story was written by Kai Burns and Ash. This episode featured Absolute Loser cosplay as Adam, Lou Farmer as Arlo Jackson, Peachy Pianist as Charlotte Christie, Wayward Comtess as Josephine Austin, Ash as Salmon Fish, Abigail Roberts as The Ghostly Bride, with Kai Burns as Game Master. Music for the show is produced with the help of Melted Sundrops. And Ash, to learn more about our game system, Monster of the Week, visit evilhat.com. Thank you for listening.